Saturday, July 8th, 1944. Dear Kitty, the chief representative of the business, Mr. B, has been in Beverwyck and managed, just like that, to get strawberries at the auction sales. And then in quotation notes, it is compulsory in Holland for all growers to sell their produce at public auction. They arrive here dusty, covered with sand, but in large quantities, no less than 24 trays for the office people and us. That very same evening, we bottled 6 jars and made 8 pots of jam. The next morning, Mike wanted to make jam for the office people. At 12:30, no strangers in the house. Front door bolted, trays fetched. Peter, Daddy, Van Dan shattering on the stairs. Anne, get hot water. Margot, bring a bucket. All hands on deck. I went into the kitchen, which was chock full with a queer feeling in my tummy. Mike, Ellie, Capuyas, Hank, Daddy, Peter, the families in hiding, and their supply column all mingling together, and in the middle of the day, too. People can't see in from its outside because of the net curtains, but even so, the loud voices and banging doors positively gave me the jitters. Are we really supposed to be in hiding? That's what flashed through my mind, and it gives one a very queer feeling to be able to appear in the world again. The pan was full, and I dashed upstairs again. The rest of the family was seated round our table in the kitchen, busy stalk picking. At least that's what they were supposed to be doing. More went into mouths than into buckets. Another bucket would soon be required. Peter went to the downstairs kitchen again. The bell rang twice. The bucket stayed where it was. Peter tore upstairs, locked the cupboard door. We were kicking our heels impatiently, couldn't turn on a tap, even though the strawberries were only half washed. The rule is, if anyone in the house used no water because of the noise, was strictly maintained. At 1 o'clock, Hank came and told us that it was the postman. Peter hurried downstairs again. Tingling the bell right around turn, I go and listen to see if I can hear anyone coming, first at our cupboard door and then creep to the top of the stairs. Finally, Peter and I both lean over the banisters like a couple of thieves, listening to the din downstairs. No strange voices. Peter sneaks down, stops halfway, and calls out, Ellie. No answer, but once more, Ellie. Peter's voice is drowned by the din in the kitchen. He goes right down into the kitchen. I stand looking down tensely. Get up at once, Peter. The accountant is here. Clear out. It was Capuyas speaking. Peter comes upstairs sighing. The cupboard door closes. Finally, Kraler arrives at 1:30. Oh, dearie me, I see nothing but strawberries. Strawberries at breakfast. Strawberry stew by Mipe. I smell strawberries. Must have the rest from you and go upstairs. What is being washed up here? Strawberries. The remainder of our being bolted. In the evening, 2 jars unsealed. Daddy quickly makes them into jam. The next morning, 2 more unsealed and 4 in the afternoon. Van Dan hadn't brought them to the right temperature for sterilizing. Now Daddy makes jam every evening. We eat strawberries with our porridge, skim milk with strawberries, bread and butter with strawberries, strawberries for dessert, strawberries with sugar, strawberries with sand. For 2 whole days, strawberries and nothing but strawberries. Then the supply was finished or in bottles and under lock and key. I say, Anne, Margot calls out. The greengrocer in the corner has let us have some green peas, 19 pounds. That's nice of him, I replied, and it certainly is, but oh, the work, ugh. You've got all the help shelling peas on Saturday morning. Mummy announced that we were at table, and sure enough, the big enamel pan duly appeared this morning, filled to the brim. Shelling peas is a boring job, but you ought to try skinning the pods. I don't think many people realize how soft and tasty the pod is when the skin on the inside has been removed. However, an even greater advantage is that the quantity which can be eaten is about triple the amount when only one eats the peas. It's an exceptional, precise, finicky job pulling out the skin. Perhaps it's all right for pedantic dentists or precise office workers, but for impatient teenager like me, it's frightful. We begin at 9:30. I got up at 10:30. At 11:30, I sat down again. This refrain hummed in my ears: bend the top, pull the skin, remove the string, throw out the pod, etc., etc. They danced before my eyes. Green, green, green maggots, strings, rotted pods, green, green, green. Just for the sake of doing something, I chatter the whole morning. Any nonsense that comes into my head, make everyone laugh and bore them stiff. But every string that I pull makes me feel more certain that I never, never want to be just a housewife. We finally have breakfast at 12 o'clock, but from 12:30 until 1:15, we've got to go skinning pods again. I'm just about seasick when I stop, the others a bit too. I go and sleep till 4 o'clock, but I'm still upset by those wretched peas. Yours, Anne. It's great, talented writer, Anne Frank, one of the best I've ever read. If you enjoyed that, like I did, click the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button. There's only 3 entries left in this diary. Everybody knows about her unfortunate. Everybody knows how unfortunate it is that her life was cut short. But you know, read along with, if I haven't said, read along with me as I'm reading these, and go ahead and revisit other episodes, other entries if you haven't. You can read this diary out of order. It doesn't matter that much. All the dates are clearly listed. Once again, thank you for watching, and have a nice day.